Team Philippines, represented by the Creamline Cool Smashers, wraps up its best campaign yet at the AVC Cup for women after securing a 6th place finish. Joining us to go all out on this story is Michelle Gumabao. Good morning to you, Michelle, looking as pretty and as fresh as always. Thank you so much for taking our call.
Hi, Miss Christine. Good morning to everyone. Thank you po.
Good morning. Well, I'm sure you guys are still basking in how well you did. I mean, the team just wrapped up its run at the AVC Cup for women. Well, unfortunately, we placed 6th, but despite that finish, it seemed that you were still so happy. And we as Filipinos are so inspired and impressed at how well you played. Take us back through those moments, and how does it feel now?
Well, when we first stepped foot in the ABC courts, there was really no expectation from the Creamline Cool Smashers because we really assumed a position that we weren't prepared for. We were called in to represent for the Philippines in the middle of our season of the PVL. So medyo biglaan po talaga, and knowing that Eliza won't be with us, our management, even po the PNVF, they were just play, just represent the Philippines, play happy, play how you do. And nobody really expected that we would have a good run, win games, and finish 6th, which is the best finish of the Philippines so far in the AVC. So it was just really exciting for everyone, each and every game. We were just enjoying ourselves and doing our best, and everything just fell into place. And we're just really happy that during the course of the tournament, nobody got injured as well. Napagod, pero hindi naman na-injure, so that's the most important thing.
Well, Michelle, I think that's why you ladies stood out the most. I mean, definitely it was opportunities through adversities. So many things were happening at that moment, but it seemed that your passion and love for the sport and for the country really kept you going. I mean, you faced powerhouse teams, let's say Vietnam and China, among others. And of course, you scored wins against Iran, South Korea, and Australia. I mean, what was that like for you personally, to compete against national teams from other countries, and possibly the lesson you learned from the tournament?
It was really, at first, honestly, we were really intimidated by all the other taller teams when you go up against China and Australia and their hands just go over the net without even trying. So dun pa lang po, we were very intimidated, but we just did our best. And if there's one thing we learned, there's really nothing impossible. And hopefully what the volleyball community also learned about this recent AVC is that we really need a volleyball program that has players who will work together, who will know each other, who will gel, and who will really play all their hearts out for the Philippines. So I hope that this will also pave the way for the future national teams, that we have a very solid program for our volleyball players because it's really needed. And we can compete in an international competition. So that's what we showed in the AVC, na talagang all heart, all passion. And we may not be the tallest of the Philippine teams that were put up in the past, but we definitely made history in such a short time. So we're very happy to have been blessed with that opportunity as a professional team.
I mean, you mentioned something about being nervous. I mean, like all athletes and all players, the first time to set foot in the international arena, syempre, you're a bit like, kaya ko ba to, diba? So at what moment during this whole tournament that you, as a team, decided, kaya natin to? When did that confidence start to kick in?
It was actually our first game versus Vietnam. Vietnam is a really tough team to beat because they have a good system already in place. So their best hitter T4 was there, and lahat naman kami, we watch volleyball, kilala namin siya, we know how she plays, we know how good she is. So dun pa lang medyo kinakabahan na kami because Vietnam had really good blocking. Hindi kami as Creamline, medyo coming from a championship and then going in international games na sobrang nabablock kami, straight down, parang hindi kami makapagpadaan ng bola sometimes. So yung confidence na kuha namin from our game in Vietnam pa lang, and then after that in our game in China, those first 2 games, although we lost, we saw na okay, may pag-asa kami, kaya namin pumalo, kaya din namin mag-block. we can pass, we can serve. This is just volleyball. So that's what we told ourselves, at the end of the day, we're all just playing one sport. We're all just playing volleyball. So we're just gonna play volleyball how we know how to do it as the Creamline Cool Smashers. So yun na yung ginawa namin. We tried our best to play happy. Kahit nabablock kami, tumatawa kami, kahit nababaunan kami ng bola, we just kept our smiles up. And, we just tried to play as light as we could. And it worked for us. And, even on the end, medyo nakapos, pero okay pa rin.
Does the same hold true for you yourself personally? I mean, you're talking about the team, but I want to focus on you here. I mean, you played amazing starting. I mean, I saw, all of your smashes. I mean, you racked up a lot of points. For you, how happy or how confident were you with how you played? I mean, you definitely showed them that you still have a lot to give and to offer in volleyball.
I wasn't expecting to play as a starter in the AVC, but that's how things panned out. But I was really happy with the opportunity. It's really good to be back on the court, with my teammates and just doing what we love and doing what we've trained for. So we just really prepared more mentally for it. So every game, just set your mind. And I'm just really happy with the performance. So hopefully we can mimic that performance and even more coming into the Grand Prix.
That's right. Let's talk about that a little bit. I know that you guys are set to compete in another event. Of course, you mentioned nga yung Asian Grand Prix in Thailand begins September 9th. And you mentioned something of preparations. Are you guys training already, or are you guys going to rest up a little bit?
Today is our second day of rest. So coming from the AVC, we will be training tomorrow. So coach gave us a 2-day rest because sabi niya na nag-commit tayo, we have to do our best. So after that, we will be training tomorrow and then leaving po on the 7th. Because our games will be on the 8th.
How excited are you ladies, I mean, to play now in this Grand Prix event, knowing how well you did in the AVC? I mean, you guys already are in a different confidence level entering this tournament.
We're excited to face Vietnam and Thailand again and a new team, Indonesia. They weren't in the AVC. But if there's one thing na talagang gusto namin makalaban, it's Thailand because they're really fast. They're on a different international level. They play in the VNL. They play in so many other leagues. They're a solid team, and they have been for so many years. And I know that as a very young team also in an international standard, marami kaming matututunan sa kanila. So we're really looking forward to the competition. And hopefully, we can do better against Vietnam because we lost in 3 sets, and Thailand, we lost in 4 sets. And hopefully also do better when we face Indonesia.
Well, it's always nice going into a tournament as underdogs, diba? Not a lot of pressure on you ladies. I mean, you have Alyssa Valdez. Let's talk about her a little bit, as well as si Risa Sato, who missed the AVC Cup for women due to health reasons. Kumusta naman silang dalawa? Are they going to be joining you sa training? Are they back?
Risa Sato was already announced that she will be joining the lineup for this coming Grand Prix. Alyssa will be joining, but as of now po, she is not cleared to play. So we will still see her recovery, but in the recent lineup, hindi pa rin po siya kasama to play for the Grand Prix.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Enjoy your few days of rest before you get back to training. And of course, you know how you saw the Philippines supporting you dito sa AVC Cup. Well, the same will happen sa Grand Prix. Thank you, Michelle, for joining us, looking as pretty, as lovely as ever. Good luck to you, and we'll talk to you again soon. Thank you so much. Once again, thank you. Once again, that was Michelle Gumabao of the National Women's Volleyball Team.